Okay. Versatile Vigilante, man. Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. Got a superstar in the building. And just for the fans here, we had a little technical difficulty. So this is take 2, and this is going to be even more fire. So we got a real superstar in the building, Geneva Lei.
Hi.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
It's like deja vu asking all over.
Oh my God, it like happened like 5 minutes ago or something. I don't know.
That's life, man. That's the life we live. But thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Mississauga superstar.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
There we go. So Geneva was telling me before we cut out how her music started. You mind just running through that again?
Yeah. So I was singing ever since I was 6 years old. I was singing around the city, doing talent shows with my school and stuff. Literally in high school, I was known as the girl who could sing, and that was pretty much it.
That was the thing from the beginning.
No, seriously, like I literally got voted in grade 10 most likely to win a Juno award for their musical talents.
Dope.
I have it in my yearbook. So once I get that Juno, it's getting framed.
Hell yeah, that yearbook quote would be dope, like album cover.
Oh my
or some
God,
shit.
I would cry, but
Live.
It's gonna happen. Anyways, yeah, like so I was always involved with music, and eventually first year college, I was able to go to the studio because of an artist named Zane Campbell, and I met my first producer / vocal engineer, Paul Tonks, and he helped me with my first demo, Roses. And then it released on February 14th, 2019, and now here we are in 2022. But yeah, ever since then, it's just been up, and like I've been always trying to be a better artist and figure out how to make each release a better release than before, and like how it can be a better songwriter, and just working on every rollout with me and my manager, Katie. And yeah, that's literally what's been going on. So
I love that. So you're coming up on 3 years since Roses.
Crazy.
And you have a new track coming out almost to the day.
Yeah. That wasn't intentional, but
worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Tell me a little bit about that track. So that's dropping February 11th.
This Friday.
It's coming out Friday. I put out a little snippet or something.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hell yeah. What's that one about? What's the vibe on that one?
So I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say that I'm a little bit toxic.
There we go. Britney Spears swag.
No. But yeah, like it's just about me telling someone that I used to be with to come relapse on me,
I like that.
Yeah. It sounds way better than how I'm like explaining it, but
I'm excited, man. I was listening to a couple of your tracks, Problematic.
Oh my God.
Fire.
Love that song.
Video was hard.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Andre.
Shout out Andre. Is that the director?
Yeah.
Okay.
The mind of Andre, amazing. And he's doing amazing things in the city. Like, literally, I don't know if you know, like, the videographer group, the 97 Collective.
I think I have, actually.
Yeah, he's part of it.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Just by that video, it was super well made and super dope. And your music is really fire. And I don't listen to that style of music ever. Like singing and like would you say more on the R&B side?
Yes, I am an R&B artist, contemporary, but still trying to trying to like incorporate other genres in it. Like my next single, it's like R&B with a pop influence.
Okay, I like that. And listening to your stuff, man, I'm like, wow, I don't typically listen to this, but I like that. If I was like bobbing my head and shit, it was dope.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, because I have a couple guesses, but I want to ask you, who are some of your musical influences?
You guess. I want to hear your guesses.
There was 2 that I really thought of. Mariah Carey.
Wow.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo. Yes.
You know what's so crazy about the whole J-Lo thing? When I was younger, people thought I looked like J-Lo.
There we go. Shout out J-Lo. Shout out Geneva.
She's
Future
fine.
collab.
She's fine. But no, those are my inspirations. But those are OGs.
Okay.
But my inspirations are like Jhené Aiko, Kehlani, Summer Walker. Yeah, like they're my biggest inspirations because the way that they write songs, it's very unapologetic, very honest. And that's how I try to write my songs. When I tell my stories about my experiences, I try to be as transparent and, even if it's mean, like, I'll still say it because,
For sure, 'cause honest.
yeah, like, I'm not really good with my words. Like, right now, I'm a little bit nervous because,
Man, I should be nervous, man. Come on, you're a star.
Absolutely not. No, I'm nervous because, like, I suck at talking. Like,
I don't agree.
No, sir. Listen, I suck at talking. I get worried that I don't know how to say the right words, or I don't know if I'm saying the right words. Do you see what I mean? Like, I had to trip over that. But
it's human, man. That happens to me like every time I open my mouth. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying.
No, like, it sucks. Like, right now, see what I mean? But no, like, when I write my songs, like, I know the right words to say, and I know when to say it and everything. So I'm really blessed to have music for that. But yeah.
You feel like it's an outlet for you? Like, you need to get this out, so music's the way to do that?
100%. That's what Problematic was. Problematic was... It was like me going through something with a man. Ugh. No offense.
Hey, life happens, bro. Life happens, man.
Not the men. I mean, like, the heartbreak caused by a man. That's what I meant.
You didn't break his heart. He broke your heart.
He broke my heart.
Fuck, man.
But it's okay. Like, it was more just like him being like, you're the issue, when it was just really him gaslighting me to think that I'm the issue. That's why I said, you told me I'm problematic, but is it really me? Okay. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Problematic, like, that was definitely a venting session on my guitar, and then eventually led to one of the best songs I've ever put out. So
that's super. That's really cool to hear, man. I wouldn't have thought it. Like, the lyrics are about that, obviously, but sometimes as a listener, you forget that this person lives a real life. Like, you're not in the studio 24/7. You have a life too. You got friends, boyfriend, relationships.
Yeah, like, it's funny that you said that because, like, when I write things about my life, I always think about my drama teacher back in high school. She said the best stories are written through actual life experiences.
For sure.
And I think that's why I can write the songs that I write, and I can write it the way that I do because of that. So, yeah, I feel like my advice to songwriters is just to live life. Like, you can't write about anything if your cup isn't full.
You gotta live to sing about it, to write it. Even with this podcast, I feel that way too. Like, if I was just in here all day talking, what am I going to talk about?
What are you going to talk about? You don't know anything about pop culture. Like, what is there to talk about on a podcast, right?
Exactly, man. You got to get your heart broken a couple times. As hard as that sounds, that's where the classics come.
Not my heartbreaks.
Not anymore, though. You're done with the heartbreaks. From now on, it's...
The next man that gets to be in my life has to be a good man.
Facts.
Okay, period.
Facts. You ever broken any hearts, though? Let me ask you that.
Why would you ask me that? Depends on who you ask.
Okay. That's real. In your other songs, I felt like that, like, love was the main theme in a lot of the songs. Is that fair to say?
Yes. For now, yes. It's so much easier to write about those things because I experienced those things, and, like, I have a lot of, like, unfinished emotions that I haven't dealt with. So I just put in my songs. And then also, some of the songs that I've already written, they're not even about my experiences. They're about my friends' experiences, and I just put it into a song. Like, I kind of just put myself into their shoes, and then I'm just like, oh, that's going to sound great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that type of a process. That's really dope.
Like, writing about someone else's life?
I like that.
Oh, it's interesting because it's like you kind of have to, like, imagine yourself, like, feeling that hurt. But, sometimes I can be like, oh, I really relate to that. So, like, it's easy to write about it, you know what I mean? But there's some other times where I've written it and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm saying, but, like, I know someone else is going through it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Do you have, like, a specific writing process, or is it more like, I'm inspired, let me go write?
It depends. My older music was more of like, oh, I'm writing off of my emotions, like what's happening right now. So I would write poetry, and then I would get my guitar behind it and then start making a melody. That's how Problematic happened. Or if I'm working with a producer right now, my producer Farzam, shout out to you.
There you go.
We literally just sit in our Discord sessions because he's in LA. We sit in our Discord sessions and he'll like play a bass line, and then we just come up with songs from there. So it really just depends on who I'm working with and what I'm working with and what I'm going through at that moment.
Got you. Have you always played guitar?
No, I started playing ukulele first in grade 7.
Nice.
And then from there, I kind of got bored with the 4 strings. So I was like, let me learn guitar. So I got my first guitar. My mom bought it for me. And then I finally got an electric guitar literally like last year. And yeah, I started to like learn more chords and stuff. But yeah.
That's dope. You feel like since you've been messing with the guitar, your interests have changed, your style has changed a bit?
100%. I think with the guitar, it kind of gives you pockets to like find new melodies and, you know, approach things differently. Yeah, guitar just gives you a lot of space. A lot of space to like, you know, experiment on how to say words and, you know, kind of like what kind of emotions you can bring to the song itself. Yeah.
Dope. A little bit of a different perspective too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I met you at Campfiyr. Shout out to Campfiyr.
Shout out to Campfiyr.
Killing the game.
Download the app.
Download the app. Go check Geneva's new shit. Go check Versatile Vigilante.
Period.
Shout out to the gang.
Period.
But that's where I first met you. And you had a band with you.
I do.
That was fire.
I love them. Love them. They're amazing. I could say so many great things about them. They're so talented. Our practices are so much fun. I never have to worry about showing them a song because they'll be like, oh, okay, play it. Okay, I got it. They are such talented individuals. They are literally like my brothers, for real. Like, they have my back 100%. I never have to worry about them. They'll be there at every practice that we need to be at and everything, and they'll always find a way to make it work.
Dope.
They are passionate individuals, and I love that. I love that I can make music and play music with them. And I'm hoping that the next year, and even this year, like, I can get bigger gigs to get them on bigger stages. Like, they deserve to be heard way past, like, you know, a small venue. I want them to experience a bigger audience with, you know, yeah.
I love that. Have you guys been together for a long time, or is this a new thing?
You know, it's crazy. I've been friends with them for a while. Like,
Okay.
Nico, my bass guitarist, and Jacob, my drummer. I met them back in grade 10, 11.
No
So I've known
way.
them since then. And then DJ, my lead guitarist, I met him maybe 2018, 2019, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like, yeah, like, me and DJ, we started making music together. DJ was actually the guy that I started, like, performing with first. Like, he was
Okay.
my main guitarist. We started making music together and everything, and, like, we just got really close, and he's, like, my little brother. But then the funny story of the band happening, actually, the first Campfiyr, we literally got together a week and a half before that event. So we haven't been together for a long time, but the only reason why it feels like we've been together for a long time is because we've been friends for a long time.
Right.
And you can feel the chemistry on stage, which is so beautiful. Like, I feel it. Like, we get so excited just performing together. But the way that we ended up getting together as a band was really funny because me and DJ actually didn't see each other for a couple months because of life,
Yeah.
the pandemic and everything, you know what I mean? And we went to go get Corndogs together, like the Chungchun Corndogs.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Chungchun. And then when we were waiting in line, I saw someone really familiar, and it was Nico, my bass guitarist. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So we saw each other and everything, and, like, Jacob was there as well. And, you know, we were just catching up, and it was just, like, great vibes. Like, I miss them a lot, and you know, like, you don't realize you miss someone until you see them.
For sure.
After a long time. That's how I felt seeing the guys. So yeah, we just vibed, and then eventually, like, we got connected, and then Erica, she hit me up and was like, hey, like, we're throwing an event for our new app, Campfiyr. We would love for you to perform. And I was like, oh my God. And she gave me, like, a long set, like, it's a 30-minute set. So I was like, I can't perform by myself and a guitar for 30 minutes. I was like, I need to get a band. So I just hit up Nico, and I was like, hey, would you, Jacob, want to be in a band for, like, this show? And then he's like, yes. No questions. He was just like, yeah. When and where? And I was like, here. So I also asked DJ, I was like, yo, like, I can get these guys to be in a band. And then he was just like, okay, so let's do it. So we got it, and we had our first practice, and we're like, this is amazing. We sound so good together. And then we had like 2-3 practices right before the first Campfiyr event, and then we performed. Everyone was so happy to, like, listen to us. They wanted more songs and everything, and we were so blessed to just be a good band. And then after that, we were just like, okay, so we're a band. This is a band.
Official now.
Like, you're my band. You're Geneva Lei's band. And they're like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, this is amazing. And then we eventually got, like, a gig that we got paid for. It was the Dreamhouse Collective Loud Room.
Heard of them. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Dreamhouse,
for real. Yeah. They're doing great things for the city. But yeah, we performed there. We got paid for the first time ever as a band, and we used that to go and get Corndogs together.
Corndogs have played a pretty important role in the band.
No, like seriously, that. Like, literally, like, when we hang out, it's just like, okay, we're gonna get Corndogs.
Have to now.
It's just a tradition.
It's like the mascot for the band now.
No, seriously, we're just like, oh my God, Chungchun, can you please
we
sponsor
need that
us
sponsorship ASAP,
right
man.
now? I promise
man.
you, my next show. Actually, no promises, but like my next show, I want them to like.
That'll be lit.
to be like our sponsors.
I've been meaning to try those too, and I haven't yet.
Oh, it's so good. You have to try like the rice cakes with like the hot dog. Oh my God, it's so good.
We need that Geneva Lei Chungchun collab ASAP, man.
Yeah, you have to at them, let them know.
Absolutely, we're gonna everyone spam their inbox
right now.
That's a dope story though, man. That's very, very organic.
I know. I love them. I love them so much.
Shout out to the band, man. And that, for me, it was cool to see you with a band, because a lot of artists now are solo acts. I feel like rappers typically are by themselves. There might be, you know, the odd band, but for the most part, it's pretty rare to see. So I thought it was refreshing coming out with that full band. I thought it was dope.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it gave people something different, to watch.
Different.
Yeah,
your whole vibe is different too, in like a really cool way. Like the colors in the video, I always like. Even the outfits you wear, I'm like, this is dope. Like, you stand out.
Oh, stop! I'm getting shy.
It's true. You know, I like, that's the thing, bro. Music is sound, but the visual has to be there too. So to see that you got like a grasp of that is dope.
Thank you. Shout out to Katie.
Shout out Katie.
Katie's my manager.
Gang.
She's like a big part of my career. Without her, I wouldn't really look and, you know, be portrayed the way that I seem like on social media and stuff. So like, she really is a big part, and like, I couldn't thank her enough. And
I also like how you're very like willing to talk about your team, which is really cool. Like, I feel like your band and your manager, like, you're easy to deal with. And like, they respect you. Like, I'm getting that vibe, you know?
Oh, thank you. I think even if you're a solo act, like, the people behind you are the things that make you.
For sure.
Like, whenever I post something or I do a project, I make sure everyone's tagged. Everything, even the little things, they will be tagged and they will be credited, because without them, I cannot be me. I cannot be Geneva Lei. My band cannot be Geneva Lei and Prism. You know, Geneva Lei can't be without Katie. And everyone else that can be on my team, like, for the moment, like, I appreciate them more than anything, more than the world, literally.
It's real, man. No, it's very, very real. It's a humbleness, and I think that'll take you far as well.
Thank you.
Love that. My pleasure, man. And funny question, but Geneva Lei, is that your full, like, actual name?
It's my first name.
Geneva's your first name.
It's like Anne Marie, but it's Geneva Lei.
That name is meant for like rock star status, bro. Come on. Even when Erica was on here, when she said your name, I'm like, that is the sickest name.
My cell phone. Oh, my cell phone.
This is uncut, man. Raw, uncut, you know. But no, I love your name, by the way. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about that.
I watched that episode, and then you're just like, that's like a superstar name.
It is, bro.
Like, that's so funny.
What other choice did you have then to be a star, man? Geneva Lei.
Shout out to my parents.
They knew the deal.
Yeah, they did.
Love that, man. So, talked a little bit about growing up in Mississauga, GTA. Do you feel like being like a Toronto, Mississauga resident has shaped you too as an artist?
I think 100%. The culture here, it's very evident.
Yeah.
You'll see it in everyone else's music and stuff, and like my music. It's the way that like you carry yourself. Like you can tell. I don't know what it is, but I feel like
a swag.
Yeah, like I feel like you can tell when someone's from Toronto or
For
like
sure.
from the GTA. Like it's
sure.
weird. Like even if you were out in like America, you'd be like, oh, they're probably from Toronto. It's probably the way like they dress or like the way that they talk, obviously, or like just the way that they can carry themselves.
100%. I think that helps with doing something artistic like music too, where it's like, all right, got this little chip on the shoulder, and let's make this really happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Dope.
Especially like with like the whole Drake influence and everything. I'm pretty sure like a
Shout out Six God. Always the influence is there. But no, that's dope because I see too a lot of really cool artists coming out of the city, and I feel like there's a really like shout out Dreamhouse and Campfiyr and them like this community is being built right now, and I just think it's so dope.
Yeah, Toronto is like on their way. Toronto's definitely, it has a spotlight for sure. I'm pretty sure like a lot of A&Rs or like labels are looking at Toronto artists, especially like with big artists like Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, Drake, The Weeknd. We definitely have a spotlight here. So, yeah.
That's dope, man. And I think it's cool that everyone's kind of on the same level too. Like everyone's down to go perform. Helping each other out is a big thing too. Do you feel like you get support from the city?
Yeah, I think so. I think like a lot of creatives, there's really great artists. Like for example, Benita, she's amazing. Did you see her perform? Were you there?
I don't think so.
Oh, so she like performed like 2 people before me.
Okay, I might have.
Yeah, you might have seen her. She was the one with the guitarist.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Miss Benita. She's amazing. I feel like support comes like when you support other people too. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
And like, the city's funny sometimes, but like at the same time, it's like it just depends on what you make of it. I know I hear a lot of negative things like, oh, Toronto is a screwface capital and everything, but it's just like what are you doing to change that?
Yeah.
How are you going to make the environment and the city better concerning all of that? You know what I mean? Like, problems start with like everyone who lives in the city. So it's like, what are you going to do to fix it?
I like that. That's like taking that responsibility, understanding. If you want support, you got to support as well. And if you're hating, some hate might come your way too. That's real. Dope. Was performing something you were doing a lot of pre-COVID, or is that more of a recent? You're doing a lot of performing.
Yes, I was so tired. Like almost every other weekend I was performing. And it was like a great way to like get myself ready for bigger shows and everything.
For sure.
But yeah, like I was performing almost every other weekend. I remember my mom was just like, do you have a performance this weekend? And I'm just like, no, not this weekend, next weekend. Like, I like just tried to take all the opportunities that I could before, but then I didn't give myself a break. And I realized how important it is to give myself a break, especially like with the lifestyle, like I'm a full-time nurse at the same time while I'm doing all of this. So it's like I understand the importance of rest. You can burn out really easily as an artist, especially like with this fast-paced like environment. Like music is like people take in music so quickly, so it makes music and content, so it makes you feel like you have to release content and music all the time, but like people can wait, like your mental health and like your well-being matters.
That's a really important message, man, because you're right. It is that constant, like, let's keep going, let's keep going. And we do have to, but we all have to understand we're all human at the end of the day. Like, if you're broken down, you're not going to be at your best.
Exactly. Like, listen to your body.
Yeah,
that's what I tell myself all the time. Listen to my body. There are days where I'm, like, at the studio or, like, I'm about to have a session and I'm really tired and I'm just like, I can't do it. I really cannot. So...
That's all right. Sometimes you got to pull it back for a little bit to get even stronger.
Exactly.
I was watching an interview one time. Are you a fan of Akon? He had some bangers back in the day.
I like Akon, yeah.
He was telling a pretty interesting story of, like, when he was younger, he would go to the studio, like, all day, all night, just in there all day. And then he was recording with Eminem. And by the time, like, 5 p.m. hit, Eminem left. And he's like, where are you going? It's still early. He's like, no, I came here at 9. And I'm leaving at 5, and I'll be back tomorrow at 9, and like that's his, like, he schedules it like that, and I just thought it was cool because we hear a lot about just like I'm in the studio all day all night, and it's like I don't know if that's the healthiest, It's
not healthy, but I know some people who do that, and they release like amazing music. So
there you go.
It depends on how your process is and how like you can take care of yourself. Like I don't knock anyone's like creative process ever. So it's just like, if that's you, that's you. So
exactly. It's just cool that there's different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
You find what's best for you. Have you adjusted your schedule since like first starting? Is like the way you approach the actual recording a little bit different than how you used to?
Do you mean like before I get into the session or like
let's say when you were making Roses compared to today? Pretty similar, or is it much different?
Like the process in the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, so no, not really. Well, yeah. Yeah. Because like before I went to the studio, everything was already ready. Like I had my lyrics, I had the harmonies in mind and everything. But now like I can write in the studio. The reason why I did that before was because I never wanted to waste studio time.
Right.
By writing, especially like I was a slow songwriter back then. But now I'm practicing how to write in sessions. And that's why I'm really blessed to have my producer Farzam, because he's very patient with me. But then also like I was able to develop my songwriting quickly with him. So like when we're in a session and he plays me a beat, I'm just like, okay, keep playing it, and then I have a melody out, and then on top of the melody I go put lyrics on top of it. So yeah, that's like my process now. It just feels more organic when I do it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel like you're getting like more professional at it? Like,
yeah.
the more you go, like, just the better you're doing it.
Yeah, the music that like I've been making, it feels a little bit like I've reached like creative breakthroughs, and I'm really grateful for that. One of my friends was telling me that like he was listening to my music and he was like, this is like a creative breakthrough that you just had. Like he listened to like Problematic and stuff, and he's like, this is a breakthrough for you. So every time that I write a new song, and it's just like, how am I gonna go to my next creative breakthrough? Yeah, like
it's like a little high. I feel it's like when you get that, you're like, wow, that was something.
Yeah, for sure.
Healthy one.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't do drugs.
No.
Even though my song's about drugs, I don't do drugs.
There we go.
But yeah, like I always just try to be better. So it's just like things are starting to sound a little bit more professional, more put together. Like I know like what I want to hear on a song. So it's great. It's great.
It is, man. It's cool to see that development is always really interesting in an artist. So I love to see it.
Yeah.
Dope. Do you ever experience kind of like a writer's block situation?
Yeah, 100%. There's days where like I try writing and I'm just like, oh, why can't I think of like a better melody? Like this doesn't really sound good. So let's say like I do have writer's block. I'll write a song and I'll record it, and then I'll take a day off, a couple of days off before writing again or listening to like what I recorded, and then I'll listen to it again. If I don't like it, then I'm scrapping the idea. But if I like it, then we can grow on it.
Right.
We can grow on it. Like ideas, even on your bad days, are still ideas. And you'll never know if it's good unless you decide to, like, take a break. It's like cleaning your palette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fresh look at it.
Yeah, exactly. So on those writer block days, like, they're really bad sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So
I asked that just because, like, I feel like that's probably part of being an artist too. Like those highs also come with those tough days too, right?
Those really, really, really low toes.
For sure.
What did I say?
The low toes.
What did I say?
That's a good phrase. Might have to trademark
Those
that.
really, really lows.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Balancing highs and lows, man.
I'm embarrassing.
Not at all. Not at all. But that's real shit, though. That's like, if you're signing up for this, you're going to have some of those rough days too, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's days where my imposter syndrome takes over
You're
so
the second
much.
person I've talked to in like 3 days that has said that.
Yeah, because it's a real
It
thing,
is.
especially
It is
in this pandemic.
What is imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome is basically like you kind of just see yourself and like you kind of like derail like all your achievements. And it's just, or like, and your talent. And it's kind of just like, I'm not that great. What if like everyone is saying that I'm good, but I'm not really good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, what if everyone's lying to me? Like, that's like a big, oh my God, that's my brain.
You think that's some human shit? Like,
100%.
Yeah.
I think we're always going to be in our heads. Like, we're always our biggest critics. Yeah, like, it's tough. It's tough having that syndrome, but
for sure. And for anyone watching, is there something where is there something that helps you get out of that mentality?
I think you should just give yourself a day. Give
Just
yourself
that
a day
time.
to feel it. Like, I think you're allowed to feel that emotion and stuff, and it's not wrong that you feel it. But you have to like be a little bit more forgiving with yourself. And then eventually the feeling of you being great will come back again. It will come back again. But don't let it linger too much. Because there's a reason why you are where you are and why you got into the thing that you're into. I don't know if you like believe in God or anything.
For sure.
Or if like you believe in anything else. But I believe like we get put into situations because it's meant for us.
I agree, and that we can handle it too.
Exactly. If this wasn't meant for me, and I know it's meant for me because the more that I do it, the more I realize that like it wouldn't happen if it wasn't
For sure.
supposed to be for me. So
You could feel it too.
exactly, and I knew it the first day that I was in the studio recording. I knew it. I knew it in the bottom of my heart. So
You have to always trust yourself with, if you know you're doing the right thing, even on those tough days, you're good.
exactly.
And
exactly.
that too, it's interesting. I don't know if you felt this way, but like when you do achieve certain things, it could be kind of scary because you're like, wow, like we're really doing it. And with that comes some uncertainty too, right? Where it's like, wow, we're really moving, you know?
That's me every single day, literally.
That's human, man.
Yeah, like there's things that I've achieved that I've always wanted to achieve, and then it's just like, wow,
Really here.
is this it? Like,
Yeah.
is this as far as I'm gonna go? But no, I know like there's always gonna be more. So
Exactly. Just that keeping pushing and love it. Is there a favorite aspect of making music for you? Are you like in love with the performance, more in the recording part?
I'm in love with everything.
Like that.
I think the whole process of making music is such a beautiful thing. Even when you can't write, it's still really, really fun. And then also the performing on top of that, especially live performances, you get to meet new artists, and then you also get on this performing high. Like me and my band, we always have performing highs. It's so crazy. Like we're just like, are you turned up too? Yeah, me too.
Performing looks so sick.
It's so much fun, especially like when you get to perform with like your closest friends. It's so much fun. And then also just like the social aspects of it. Like you meet all these artists. If you're making music, songwriting, or if you get into like these sessions or like you do songwriting camps and everything. The whole music thing to me, like it's the love of my life. Literally, like I would choose music over anyone.
Love that.
Except for my family. Sorry, but yeah.
Shout out to the fam. The Leis. Shout out to the gang. But it just seems like you're having fun out there, and that's, to me, like, what else is better than that?
Yeah, like, it's so much fun just performing and, like, singing and being able to, like, control a crowd. Like, it's really, really fun.
I love that. Cheers to that, man. Really excited to see you perform again. That would be dope.
I'm excited to perform again. The band is so eager to perform. I'm so sorry, guys.
Agents in Toronto, let's get it, man. And worldwide. There we go.
Period.
So I want to learn a little more about Geneva the person. So outside of music, what are some things that you enjoy? What's your life like, man? What are you into?
I love cooking.
Cooking, there we go.
I love baking. I love it. I don't know what it is. Like, I actually made the Japanese souffle pancakes today. Oh my
Dope.
God, so good.
Where are they, man?
In my stomach.
Next time we need a catering and a performance.
Oh no, I can't do all that, but like I can do the performance part.
Okay. So baking, Japanese pancakes.
I have cats. I have 2 cats.
2 cats. Okay.
Fiji and Amer. They're so cute. So cute. What else is about me? I'm a nurse. I kind of mentioned that earlier in the podcast.
At a long-term care home.
At a long-term care home,
okay.
Yeah.
So, insane past couple years in that world. How has that impacted you? Super broad question, but talk about that a little bit.
Well, lucky for me, I didn't start working until, like, the first wave, like, died down.
Okay.
But I know I've heard some stories from my nursing friends where, you know, literally, like, every single week someone would be, you know, they would lose someone every single day. Actually, not every single week, every single day. And it was, like, large amount of numbers. And I know that a lot of them, like, some of that can be traumatic for some people and stuff. But for me, like, we're going through, what is it, the 4th wave now? The 4th wave at work?
12th, 15th, something like that.
But, yeah, like, it's just, I guess it's more just, like, being strong for my patients and everything is what matters to me. A lot of my patients trust me a lot, and, like, you know, a lot of them, like, they treat me like their friend. So I'm really grateful that I have my patients who make me feel like, you know, they want me and taking care of them. So
for sure. You feel like that impacts the music at all, or is it separate?
Impacting more in a way like where I'm tired. So it's just like a lot of my energy goes towards my work. So it's like I'd come home and I'd be exhausted, so I can't even like go record and stuff. So I just take my time. I take my time, and like I know that like I'm on a different schedule than everybody else right now. Right. So it's just like, yeah, that's the only way that it's impacting. Other than that, like I'm really blessed to be able to do both the careers that I love. My nursing family actually like they're so supportive. Every single day they're just like, so when's the song dropping?
Yes.
When's the next song? When's the next performance? And I'm just like, can you relax? I'm at work. I'm at work, guys. Like, please let me be professional. But
dope, man. That's nice to have a little home team with you.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Awesome. I'm really, really grateful for them. So
dope. I told you I was listening to some of your stuff, but I saw you did a Unplugged recording.
Oh yeah, yes.
That was dope. That reminds me, like, I don't know if you're a fan of like Nirvana and groups like that, but they had a really sick Unplugged concert. I'm like, okay, I like to see this. What was the inspiration behind doing something like that?
So actually, it was supposed to be for it was for a Mississauga art gallery.
Okay.
So they had like a bunch of performers in the city sent in those videos, those performing videos, and it was put in an art gallery for people can watch it. But that's the reason why I did it. I feel like I should do that more often because it seems like it's really fun because, like, it's just like, yeah, I can show you that I can sing, you know what I mean? And it's just a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more intimate.
Yeah, that's exactly the word.
Yeah.
Intimate for sure. No, it was cool, man. I like your style because it's different. Like I said before, the videos are all, like, very unique. The look is unique. The sound is unique. It's good, man.
Thank you.
You got a good thing going.
Thank you. Just trying to keep it going, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you got this song coming very soon.
Yes. Friday. Oh, my God. It's so close.
Crazy. How long has this been in the works?
So I wrote it back in July. July, and then I recorded it in August. Got it, what's it called? Got it, what's the word called? Mixed, not mixed.
Mastered.
No. What's the word? I can't even think of it. Got it finalized. Oh, that's the word. Got it finalized in November, and then we were just working on the rollout since then.
Okay.
So it was actually supposed to release in January, but I got COVID in December. Oh my god. So I'm good though.
Did that hit you hard?
No, not.
Okay.
I feel like I was okay because I'm vaccinated, so I feel like the symptoms weren't that bad. I literally felt like I had a cold.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's supposed to release in January, but with the way COVID was working, so we decided to release in February instead, February 11th, pre-saved.
Yes. Spotify.
And yeah, that's how long it's been. So usually, like, the songs, I sit on them. I sit on songs for a minute to make sure that I really, really like it. Problematic, I recorded that in... When did I record that? Probably, like, in December 2020.
Okay.
Released it in July 2021. So it takes a couple months for me to...
Do you ever get antsy, though? Like, let me just drop it? Or you're sticking to it?
Yes, I get antsy, especially, like, when the song's really good. But I know that, like, when we take our time to do the rollout and, like, to do the visuals and everything, we think things through, it creates a better cohesive rollout.
Right.
Yeah.
Smart.
So it's more effective. Yeah, exactly.
Smart. When I do shit, I'm like, oh, I got to put it out ASAP. And then I'm like, no, let's plan it properly, you know?
Yeah.
That's smart. You got to stick to that.
There's a beauty in taking time and planning and stuff, so.
Well said. Mm-hmm. Well said. So we talked a little bit about some of the music artists that inspire you, that influence you. Is there any other, like, are there films, television that influences your music as well?
You know what's so crazy? I actually don't watch TV.
Like that. I honestly don't watch a ton either, man. I get that. I don't think it's too crazy.
I don't think I have time. That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to watch, like, series and stuff, but no.
I feel you, bro. When someone, like, recommends a show to me, I feel so bad because I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I'm sorry.
I'll watch, you know? like the really, like, talked about shows. Like, I watch Squid Games and like Money Heist and stuff. I'm trying to watch Euphoria, but I haven't been able to find time. But as of right now, no. But
my phone's blowing up.
My god, sorry. But no, like, my whole idea love, like, is basically, like, from rom-coms that I used to watch.
Dope. Any specific?
My favorite rom-com is 50 First Dates.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
With Drew Barrymore?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler.
Dope.
Love it. I'll watch that over and over and over again.
I asked that question because I think just, like, watching different things can be so good for you too, you know? Like, music is awesome, but then having, like, another piece of art that you could watch it helps, like, the creative process, I feel.
I love movies, for sure. Movies, I think, because you can just watch it all in one spot in, like, a few hours. Like, I love movies. Yeah. Like, I love being able to be, like, inspired by it sometimes, but I haven't been able to write about anything yet, so.
Do you, like, for the videos, and I'm harping on the visuals, but I love your visuals.
Thank
like, the editing even was, like, pretty trippy, too. It was dope. Mm-hmm. Is that you? Is that director? Is that collab?
So basically, like, when I do these music videos, I tell the videographer, like, what I want. Mm-hmm. So we'll make treatments, we'll make shot lists and everything, and then we'll bring it to life, like, with the camera. So majority of the time, we build on my idea, and then we just we collaborate ideas within, like, the shot list and, like, especially the treatment and stuff. My last video, like, it was me and Andre, like, figuring out the shots and, like, how to shoot it, how to pan the camera, like, where I want it to go, and, like, the colors that I want to use and stuff. So yeah.
Dope. Yeah. A little combination of everything.
Yeah. I'm really blessed to be working with people who love collabing with the artist. Yeah, like, Tony was the one who shot Mixed Signals, and then Scorpio Love was by Underscore Studios. Yeah, every person that I work with, they're cool with like taking my ideas and like, you know, building on it and stuff. So
excellent, man. Keep working, keep collabing. I think that's dope.
Yes.
Building the empire.
Slowly, but definitely.
Surely.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome, man. With the new track, you have a video coming with that too?
Yes, but it won't be coming as soon as you think.
That's all right. Something to look forward to, you know?
Yes, like I want to take my time with this music video because it's going to be really different from what I have out right now. So, yeah.
Excited. I'm excited because I have no idea what to expect. That's the best. I'm like, I don't know what this
That's
will
the
look
greatest part.
Yep.
So, I just know that once this music video comes out, everyone's going to be like, what? And that's the reaction that I need. So,
dope. Awesome, man. Well, I'm excited.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that next performance too. I sometimes ask my guests like some little rapid fire questions. I just want to pick your brain a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, favorite vacation spot?
Favorite vacation spot?
Either you've been to or you want to go.
I want to go to Greece.
Okay. Any specific reason for Greece?
Greece is beautiful. I watched The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Ever since I've seen like that blue water, I've always wanted to just go.
I feel you on that for sure. Especially now, this time of year. Need that ASAP.
God, I need to get out of Toronto just for a little bit at least. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Favorite clothing line.
Favorite clothing line. Oh my goodness. I don't really like pay attention to clothing line. I pay attention to the clothing like trends.
Okay. Favorite trend.
Favorite trend right now, the streetwear. Love streetwear. I wear that every day.
Toronto's going crazy with streetwear too.
Some people look really good.
There you go. There we go. Shout out to streetwear game.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Favorite food to make?
Favorite food to make? Pasta.
Okay.
I do that with my own bare hands.
There we go.
On my counter with some flowers and eggs.
Any specific sauce or anything like that?
I like tomato sauce. Yeah. I love it.
Classic.
Classic. Yep.
Favorite
add some
thing
like
to
mozzarella.
bake?
To bake? What do I like to bake? Croissants.
Okay.
Love it. It takes a while, but croissants.
You can bake those.
It takes a while.
Good for you, man.
I'm not doing it again. I did it one time, and I'm never doing it again.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and done. Love it. And last but not least, what are you listening to right now?
Right now, I'm listening to Pink Sweat's new EP, Pink Moon.
Do you post that on your story?
I post it all the time.
Saw that.
Love it. Love it. I don't know what it is, but this EP is the best EP he has released. I love Pink Sweats. I've listened to him since, he first blew up to Honesty. So it's just like seeing him like change throughout the years is absolutely amazing. And he just got better. He definitely just got better. So
future collab, I think.
I hope so. Him and Kaylani are like the main people that I would love to collab with. Okay. Yeah.
Dope. And actually, one last question for you. What's your background?
I'm Filipino.
Okay.
Shout out to my Filipinos.
Shout out to the community, man.
Yes.
Is there a favorite Filipino dish you could recommend?
Favorite Filipino dish? I like beefsteak.
Okay.
Like, when I have a bad day and I just tell my mom, hey, can you make me beefsteak? She'll do it.
Makes it all better.
It's my comfort food. So.
Okay, I need that too. All right. Fire.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, Geneva Lei, I really appreciate your time. I had a lot of fun doing this.
Thank you.
Shout out your single one more time.
Relapse. It's coming out on all platforms on the 11th of February at 12 a.m. So pre-save it on Spotify. And yeah, follow me on Spotify and all platforms, especially Twitter or Facebook. Oh, not Facebook, sorry. Instagram, but I do have Facebook too. But yeah.
Love it, man. February 11th. Geneva Lei.
Oh, one more thing. Follow me on the Campfiyr app.
Yes. And me too. Versatile Vigilante.
Period.
Geneva Lei. We got to collab on some shit too.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down.
Let's get it, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you.
Any other shout outs too before we go?
Shout outs. A shout out to BioBall.
Shout out BioBall. BioBall, Geneva Lei, Campfiyr, everyone in the city doing their thing, man. Thank you, Geneva. Versatile Vigilante. We're out here. Keep an eye out, man. February 11th, banger on the way.
Bye.
Dope. Awesome.